Are we back? Are we alive? Hello? Okay. Um, all right, so here we go. This is going to be the last segment. Okay? So we got this minor shaped here, and this is in the E minor box there. Okay? I get rid of the drawing tool because we can't drag it around. So everything's within a box like that. We look at this one. Here's a big long one, but it's not as long as it would be if we stretch those notes out and they were way down here. The 2 box down here. Okay, I'm on this 2 here, right? So I'm going to go 2 to 2. It's just an S3S. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. You could do that in the dark. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. Okay? You're defining an E. You're defining a D. D as in David. D as in Delta. D as in Dandy. Anytime you're doing this. Alright? Because D is the only cage shape that has a full S3, a stack of 3 short. But I'm starting it from the D note down here. Okay, then I'm going to go into an S2L here. It's going to warp up for the second S2L, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roots. And then I'm going to go 2, 3, starting that 2, 3 again down here. So there's 2, 3 up here, 2, 3 down here. Okay? So that's the D shape. It's good to outline these things. Alright? We are looking at how we're going to make an arpeggio. Okay, the simplest way I think about making an arpeggio is usually just play the chord and hope for the best. That's just not going to work anymore, is it? Because what we're going to end up with, if you're barring that 2, you're going to have 2, 5 roots. And then you're going to go play your D up here. D shape C. That's close. Close. But what are we really looking at? The 2 we didn't want. A close but no cigar. We wanted the 3. If we were going to play a true arpeggio. So that's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't even try to bar that thing. You've got this. You're going to... So, essentially it's just... We're still in that D pentatonic. So it's 3, 5 root, and then from root. Okay, we do have to get that. See, we can't do it by barring it. You can't. I know it sounds funny, but you can't get the arpeggio by barring it on the D bar. Okay? You have to look at a D pentatonic. Count it out. It starts from the 2. It's the Dorian D. 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3. Now, look at that pentatonic. 2, 3, 5. Okay, so 2, 3. This is like an inversion of caged. Here's a root cage. Like that, okay? Which starts on the E note. Now we're going up to the D shaped one. Just one up. most people struggle and get this chord, and guess what? It's not even, you know, exactly the right thing to play. When you bar a chord, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. You know, so they'll give you a little X's and say, don't play that note, you know. Alright, well, it's a little more complicated than that, but once you learn the system, the tripentatonic system, or just simply pentatonic, because we're just looking at a D-shaped R here. We're looking at a D-shaped C here. R is C, in the key of C, R is the root, is the C, but that could be any key, right? Depending on where you start. So if you want to be an F sharp, the second of F sharp is G sharp. So you find a G sharp, okay? Here's G, you find your G, you find your G sharp. This is the second of F sharp. Okay, so here's that F sharp root. Okay, then we go to the second of F sharp. And we play the same thing, a D shaped, because we're at E shaped here. Then we're going to go to D shaped according to caged. Remember, caged, the descending pentatonic scale. Okay, so if you're in E shape, you're going to descend to D shape. That's what caged is. It's the spelling of a descending pentatonic scale. So we're starting from F sharp is the root. The second is G sharp, right? And we just play it, same thing, 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3. Now this 3 is going to be a B flat, okay, or an A sharp. All right, because key of F sharp, you're going to have sharps. That's, you know, an A sharp. All right, and you got the same thing going on. Alright, but the point is that in the key that we're playing it in, which is the key of C, the best way to play this arpeggio is to realize that we have to respect the D shape. So the D shape is an S3, a full S3S here, and then into an S2L, 3, 4, 5, but warped over 6, 7, R, and then we just go into an S2L after that, or an S3S, or an S3L. Adding the fourth would be an S3L. Okay, so we would add the fourth there, so it'd be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, kind of thing. So it sounds like my wife might be home, so you know, it might get a little kind of on the fly. She didn't go that far out, but this is the last segment, so we're just kind of finishing up here. So for that particular one, we're going to have to outline that pentatonic D. So we've got the S3S here, we've got the S2L there. We're going to outline it to the fifth, to the root. So there is our arpeggio in the DR box.
I hope the tar is dry with you sticking that thing on top of that coup.
I kind of laid it on there. Alright, so we're going to finish up here. My wife's home and I have to help her with something. So just remember, you know, that you know, when you're reading the charts, just think of ways that you can play without the chart. Now I know I have a little chart here.
Stuck on that roof, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad as a wet hen.